One individual driven to extremes of stress by ongoing electronic harassment, forcing on her children, killed one child in an effort to protect her from further pain. In other words, she murdered her own child because of the electronic harassment that was being done to her kid. 2. It appears that lasers were being used in this individual case. The targeting intensified after she called the Soviet embassy to report the harassment, which she believed to be U.S. government-sponsored. It became even more deadly and further show a defiance than she called a representative of the Iraqi government to portray the U.S. government's war in the Middle East as hypocritical. She is now hospitalized in a Midwestern facility where apparently the experimentation is now continuing. That psychiatric facility is in a state where a disproportionate number of complaints of electronic harassment are beginning to surface. It is also within range of the U.S. Air Force Base, which houses a super-secret research facility. We are currently looking into information that spouses and children of persons employed on that USAF base may be the targets of involuntary experimentation involving directed energy weapon technology. Another individual, during a telephone conversation, was told by an employee of a local power company that if she valued the lives of her children, she would drop her public opposition to the company's installation of high-power lines. Since receiving that threat, the individual's 11-year-old daughter had been reduced to extremes of pain, resulting in her recurrent hospitalization for treatment of illnesses which cannot be diagnosed. It is also apparent to this individual that her 3-year-old son is on the receiving end of externally induced auditory input. Department of Energy. Progressive financial impoverishment brought on by termination of an individual's employment and compounded by expenses associated with the harassment. The majority of those now in contact with the project, educated white-collar professionals, have lost their jobs. Me. Termination of employment in many of these cases involve prefatory harassment by the employer and the co-workers, which coincides with the other overt forms of harassment discussed above. The overt harassment tactics are being described as recurrent, non-sequential, and overlapping. As noted above, the overt harassment continues even after the electronic harassment commences. Number 1, the term space means all space extending upward from an altitude greater than 60 kilometers above the surface of the Earth and any celestial bodies in such space. 2. The term weapon and weapon system means a device capable of any of the following. Number 1, damaging or destroying an object, whether in outer space, in the atmosphere, or on the Earth. Firing one or more projectiles to collide with that object. Detonating one or more explosive devices in close proximity to that object. Directing a source of energy, including molecular or atomic energy, subatomic particle beams, electromagnetic radiation, plasma, or extremely low frequency, ELF, or ultra low frequency, ULF energy, radiation against that object. Any other acknowledged or as yet undeveloped means, inflicting death or injury on or damaging or destroying a person, or the biological life, bodily health, mental health, or physical, economic well-being of a person. Through the use of any of the means described on clause I or subparagraph. Okay. Through the use of land-based, sea-based, or space-based systems using radiation, electromagnetic, psychotronic, sonic lasers, or other energies directed at individual persons or targeted populations for the purpose of information war. Mood management or mind control of such persons or populations. Or by expelling chemical or biological agents in the vicinity of a person. Such terms include exotic weapons such as electronic, psychotronic, or information weapons, the chemtrails, high altitude, ultra low frequency weapons system, plasma, electromagnetic, sonic or ultrasonic weapons, laser weapon systems, strategic theater tactical or extraterrestrial weapons, and chemical, biological, environmental, climate, or tectonic weapons. The term exotic weapons systems includes weapons designed to damage space or natural ecosystems, such as the ionosphere and upper atmosphere, or climate, weather, and tectonic weapons, for the purpose of inducing damage or destruction upon a target population or region on Earth or in space.